Hey everybody, my name is Richard Thomas and I'm coming to you live from the Lionheart Institute podcast. And we're doing a short video on justice. Now, justice is the things that we should, or at least we want to be doing towards those in our community and towards the world around us. We should act justly. This video is going to tiptoe into politics a little bit just because of my enthusiasm over Kamala Harris being nominated. I know some of you may be Republicans and you hate the nomination. I know you may hate the Democratic Party, but this is all love, y'all. We're supposed to be one people fighting for the same cause, and that's for justice in America and justice for all. I hope you'll enjoy this video. I hope you'll like it. I hope you'll comment. I hope you'll share it. I know that you probably doubt this reality after you watch this video, but for most of my adulthood, I voted Republican. However, I haven't been able to do so of late because I'm just not a Trump supporter. I don't believe that anybody with that much isms in their life should lead this nation. Sexism, racism, the whole 9 yards that have divided our country. I believe that we need leadership that will unite us and lead us in the right direction, and that we will have a more just cause and a more just nation. And I hope you'll enjoy this video. Again, like, subscribe, comment, and let's get the word out that the Lionheart Institute is a place where we touch on tough topics that make a big difference. God bless you. Oh, yeah. My God. My God. My God. My God. Ooh. I can't tell you how excited I am. This is a good day in America, my friends. I woke up to a good day. A day where I got to see Trump about roll in his skin when he started talking about Kamala Harris. This is a good day. Listen to me, everybody. This day in America makes me feel hope. This day in American history makes me feel excited about the direction in which we're heading. Now, one of my favorite things to do is I traveled for years doing Dr. King assemblies all around the country. One of my most passionate moments is when I get that opportunity to stand before a group of young men and young women and begin to recite the I Have a Dream speech. Oh, the power of that speech. I have a dream today that one day my 4 little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Man, when I say those words in an assembly, tears begin to well up in my eyes and my heart begins to pound. And I begin to think about all these young men and all these young women that are sitting in front of me that have dreams. Dreams of doing great things with their lives, dreams of making an impact, dreams about making a difference in the world that we live in. When I begin to roll out the pathway, just believe, just work hard, just stay committed, just stay disciplined. No one can steal your dream as long as you dream the great dream. Believe in yourself, America. That's what our opportunity is in the greatest country, or at least what we've always said is the greatest country in the world. We believe that we can turn a dream into a reality. And my God, we can. With the right amount of hard work, a little bit of discipline, and the favor of those around us, we can turn dreams into reality. But there's a whole people group in America that will never have the same pathway to fulfill their dreams as maybe you and I. Now you say, what do you mean? You say, Richard, you've accomplished almost every dream you've ever had. And I have. I've been able to overcome obstacles that most people think are impossible to overcome. I've overcome obstacles, physical obstacles, mental obstacles, societal obstacles, my own community obstacles. I've overcome the Joe Biden bill, not gotten arrested, no felonies, no warrants, no prison time. All of those things that stacked up against me, and yet I was able to overcome them and reach my dreams. And so many of us are able to overcome the obstacles that stand in front of us. The unfortunate reality is, though, for most black and brown people, the only way that they can overcome their obstacles and make their dreams come true is if they're fortunate enough to do it in the entertainment industry. You say, what is the entertainment industry? The entertainment industry is simple. If you can dribble a basketball, if you can throw a football, if you can hit a baseball, if you can sing or you can dance, you're in what I call the entertainment industry. And when you're in the entertainment industry, what happens is competition is so evident to all those that watch that you literally can earn your way to the next level. But it's time that we move beyond just the entertainment industry. A politician, or God forbid, into preaching, where we've entertained the masses for years. But it's time that we begin to have free access to be equal in things like science, like business, like law, where we begin to have the opportunity to compete at every level without fear of being arrested because of the color of our skin, or pulled over, or harassed, or driven into the back corner because we look a certain way. Kamala Harris. I am so excited, as the father of 6 beautiful children, that this young woman has the opportunity to run for vice president of the United States. I have to admit, I wasn't the biggest Biden fan. I grew up in the Biden era, where he was tough, and he began to come about with the Biden laws. And I've seen so many of my own people either arrested or go to jail or die because of the Biden bill. End up spending years of their lives over trivial cases, nonviolent cases that have ruined families, have split families apart, have literally taken fathers from their homes and caused children to be raised without fathers. Oh, and so many of you are quick to bring Candace Owens to my face to argue her point of black fathers is the #1 problem in the black community, and it's not racism. My friend, systemic racism is what has created a world of black fatherlessness in our society. And it's time that we begin to address it in the way that it needs to be addressed. And I'm so excited to have Kamala coming to office. I believe she will be the next vice president of the United States, because we are judging her not only by the fact of her track record, but we're judging her purely by her character. No, it was not affirmative action that has given her an opportunity to run for vice president, because it is time that a woman was in the position. No, it wasn't just affirmative action that put her in the position because she's of African American descent, but it's time that an African American be vice president of the United States. I need people, and you need people that represent us based on shared cultural experiences. We need people that understand where we're coming from and the language that we're speaking for a new future and a new hope and a new destiny. It's time that equality began to become a reality and not just a talking point in America. And Kamala, we're not just going to vote you into office, but we're going to hold you to the fire. Listen, we as a nation, and I say we as a nation because we all have to take responsibility for this, voted in POTUS 45. We didn't judge an ounce of his character. We didn't judge an ounce of the words that came from his mouth. We voted him in, and let's be honest, because of pride and because of greed and because we thought he was going to do great, great things for our economy. And look at the reality of the world that we live in. The worst economy in American history right now. Highest unemployment rate right now. African American unemployment rate has dipped significantly, and he only grew it in a very small percentage in a world where it was booming into double digits in the Caucasian community, but only less than 1%, or right about 1% in the African American community. And now it's tumbled. And all of you who make him literally, and I say this respectfully, you've dubbed him the Great White Hope. It's heartbreaking. We literally voted a man into office that said, grab them by the... We ought to be ashamed of ourselves, America. But I will say this. We have a vice president that's coming that's going to have them by the balls. That's no doubt. She's going to have them with authority, with clarity of thought. She's going to have them with the delivery of class and integrity towards truth. And we're going to address some inequality that needs to be addressed. She's clear about her points. And I love that she is fighting for prison reform and racial justice. Kamala, you know this. It's time that you bring truth to the White House with Biden and understand that we're going to hold you accountable to the things that you promise and to what you represent to the African American community. I'm so thankful that not just a very short time ago, Obama brought hope to the White House. But we gave you a little bit of a hall pass. Kamala, we're going to hold you to the fire because it's time that we got equality in politics It's time that we got equality in sports. It's time that we got equality in entertainment. Sure, all of those things are great. Equality in the pulpit, all those things are great. But it's time that we really get equality in science, in math, in education. It's time that our African American women who are leading schools and educating our young people, that they get recognized and valued for what they're worth. I think about my sister who's a trailblazer in the area of education. I think about how unjust the educational system is. I think about the economic gap between black and white households. Why? Because of men like Trump's daddy, who cast out in just the 1960s families from where they lived into the slums, ghettos, and into poverty so that they could make a fortune while redlining African American communities. You say, what does that got to do with the state of America, fatherlessness in the black community? If you can't make money, you can't survive. If you can't survive, you will turn to crime to provide for your family. Listen, it's systemic racism that has set the dominoes in place. Now, I know that there's a lot of immigrants that have moved to our country from Jamaica or Haiti or far across countries, Africa, who have come here and within a generation or two turned the tide. But the difference is this: that mindset, that brokenness hasn't been generational. It's been sown generation after generation after generation into the black community. And we need leadership that will begin not only to give us an example of the way to get out and to make a difference once we get out, but we need leadership that will begin to provide access through education, through business opportunities, through routes of empowerment to get us to a place of equality. Because everywhere that we've been and everywhere that we go, black and brown people have been able to demonstrate not only can we do the job equally, but we can excel and exceed most expectations. I'm so excited for America today. I'm so excited that we stand in an opportunity where, yes, we voted in Trump 45, believing POTUS 45. We voted him in, believing that he was going to take an economy that Obama had skyrocketing and just take it to the next level. But he drove it into the ground because of pride and because he thought he had all the answers. Now's the opportunity for us to reroute history, to empower our own communities, to dig us out of this hole that he's placed us in, and to rewrite an America where through equality, we all get to the next level together, proud of what we've accomplished as a nation. It's not time for us to be divided. It's time for us to come together as a nation, standing together, fighting together, believing in one another. The reason I stand against Trump is not because I'm not a conservative. As a matter of fact, all the way up to Trump, I voted the majority of the time as a Republican. But the truth is, it's time for us as Republicans and Democrats to remember we're just two wings of the same bird. We, the people. It's time that we, the people, stand together and encourage each other and not fight each other. That we fight for the right things. And we fight against injustice in America. Now's the time for us to do what we can do, which is vote for our Congress, our Senate, our mayors, our police chiefs, our educators, that we do what's right to bring equality to the world that we live in. God bless you and thanks for hanging out. This has been Richard Thomas with the Lionheart Institute. I hope you've enjoyed the podcast.